Yes, yes, yes. What's going on, guys? Red Mist LFC Ninja here, and we're back. It's been a little while, just been too busy to do one of these super fun videos. It's good. It's good to manage to find some time to do this game specifically. Manchester City versus Liverpool at the goddamn Etihad. Wow, what a match this is gonna be. Winner could just take all. Man City, man, they beat us. They go top. They're clear, and they're gonna batter Tottenham the following weekend, right? So they're gonna go. The league could be over. It could be over. It could be over. You know, Arsenal will probably beat Brentford. Maybe they're away. That's a tough one. I could see a draw happening there. You know, if they don't win, you know, awkward. Very awkward for the rest of the chasing pack. If we let City beat us, we cannot afford to lose this game. This is very important. We can't afford to lose this game. A draw away at the Etihad, minimum. Anyways, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, let's get into the match predictions. As you can see, everything is already set up. It's going to be really quick. Brief chat about it and whatnot. A couple of players. The team you can see on the right is the team that I reckon should probably start. As you can see, the bench there, we've got Kwanzaa, we've got Endo, Tsimi and Calvin Callagher. I'm not sure if Jones is fit, and I'm not sure if Bajcetic is fit, and I don't think you can have 10 substitutions. I always forget how much substitutions you're allowed, like on the bench players. Like, I know you're allowed 5 subs, but is it 8 or is it 10? Like, I think Champions League you're allowed 12 or 10, something like that. So that's where confusion comes. I think Premier League is just 8. So therefore, Bajcetic and Jones probably miss out. If Jones is fit, then it's very interesting to see who misses out, because obviously Tsimi, Gakpo, Endo, Konate, if he's not injured, I don't think he's injured. He may even start. Maybe Kwanzaa misses out because we'd need one centre back on the bench, and obviously Tsimikas. Well, I don't know. It's obviously Thiago, goddammit, is injured still, and then Robertson. Man, what is going on? Anyway, starting lineup is, I've shuffled it up a bit. It's probably more what I think Klopp could do potentially. And I guess we could rejiggle it around and then just put what Klopp usually does, or the likelihood that Klopp, you know, the likelihood of the team that Klopp is going to choose. So I've gone for Alisson in goal, Van Dijk and Matip at the back, Trent on the right back, Gomez left back instead of Tsimikas. McAllister in the midfield, I've not been happy about. I've told you this time and time again in my videos. I don't like him playing there. I would much rather I'd much rather an actual, you know, I'd much rather Endo play there personally. I don't always think you need a DM. I just think you need a good midfielder that is comfortable in that position. I don't think he's comfortable in that position. I think Gravenberch would do better there, and I also think Szoboszlai would do better than there. But obviously it seems to be McAllister who's got that role. I really want to see Gravenberch in this role, and I do think eventually he may go there, especially if we don't pick up a DM or buy a DM. I could just see. I feel like he's being blooded in a more of an advanced position at the minute, and then those two will swap roles. McAllister into like the I guess more of it's an 8 role or 10 role, I don't know, and then obviously Gravenberch dropping back. But I really want to see Gravenberch in this position because I think he can do that Fabinho-esque kind of style role, but also I think he can beat a player as well and break the lines himself, like dribbling. And the only problem is you know, if he gets caught out, then there's a massive gap, and he's, you know, whoever is, you know, running on our defenders, which is why I think the inverted quite inverted from the left that Gomez can play is pretty cool, because these guys could just tuck in. Like, imagine, like, you know, Trent and Gomez just tuck in when Gravenberch has kind of got the ball. I mean, it's difficult because you kind of want them out there to provide the space, right? So, and if he loses the ball, then they're not going to be able to get back in to protect it for Van Dijk and either defend them, Matip or whoever it is, Kwanzaa or Konate. So it's, but you know, I mean, if he's further forward, let's just say it's not McAllister. Let's just say it's Gravenberch in the 10. If he is further forward and he gets caught out here, you know, I guess one of them could go forward. Doesn't always need to be both of them. One of them could just kind of sit in. You know, they could both just kind of tuck in a bit and kind of sort of play like that. But then obviously if they tuck in, you're gonna have runners down the wings, which will lead space, and yeah, it'll get a bit messy. So I don't really know, but they are capable of doing the inverted, both of them. And I've been quite impressed with Gomez when he's done inverted, not gonna lie. He's been better than I'd thought he'd ever be. But I put him out on the left because I feel like he's gonna be more solid than Tsimikas. But he doesn't offer that cross into the box with the left foot, obviously, because he's right-footed. But that could be an option. I mean, it depends if Klopp is. It just depends. I think Tsimikas will be fine up against their right winger. I think he'll be fine. I'm more worried about Doku versus Trent. I got a weird feeling that Doku won't start. I think it will be best I think for Pep, it will be in his best interest if he brings Doku on to run at a tired Trent. If Doku starts, I will probably be, because Doku will require space in behind. So it could be interesting, because if when Doku comes on we are leading, then I think we'll concede, we'll drop off and we'll just defend. After seeing the display of defensive organisation we gave at Tottenham when we had like 9 men or 10 men or whatever it was, I thought we was fantastic. So we can definitely sit back and defend out a game. If we had 11 men on the pitch and we was defending, Tottenham wouldn't win that game. And I think we win that game, actually, come to think of it, I think we win that game. But the fact that we defended like fucking, excuse my language, we defended absolutely fantastic against 11 men with 9 men. It's insane, absolutely insane. So I don't deny that we can't defend a lead if we have a lead over City, and we just concede the space, we'll drop back, and then I don't think Doku becomes as effective. He's gonna have Trent to beat. He's gonna have Szoboszlai obviously protecting. Salah's gonna be deep. I don't think he's gonna have the space to operate. Matip will be looking to come across. I don't think he's gonna have the space to operate. So hopefully, I think Pep plays him as a substitute. But obviously we need to be ahead. We need to be ahead in the game before Doku comes on. By maybe I don't even know, 1-0, 2-1, maybe even 3-2, whatever it might be. We just need to be ahead before Pep makes that change. I think we'll be alright also if Pep starts him, because then I think the strength, obviously Doku's quicker. But I think where they will dominate the game, I don't think Doku works to their advantage against a team, because City will push right up the pitch and play in your half. That leaves no space for Doku to run into and be effective. I feel like he's better on the counter-attack for City, and when there is space, like in the game against Chelsea, even though he was shut off pretty comfortably by Reece James. That was a good battle. What can I say? Reece James, shut him off. Reece James is defensively better than Trent. Trent does lack in that department. That's an area where I think Pep will focus. So it wouldn't surprise me if Doku does start against him. I think against Grealish, Trent is fine, to be honest. But saying that, Arsenal were at Anfield last season and he had to play against Martinelli. Yes, Martinelli scored, but ultimately Trent kind of did. I feel like Trent did fine against Martinelli. And yeah, he kind of yeah, we got on the ascendancy. Trent got the crowd going, and we changed and actually should have scored that opener. Konate missed right in the end, turned that game right around, caught up. So he does have that dog in him when he really wants to show that dog. So I don't know. It's a difficult one, but yeah. Either way, I think it's space in behind. I mean, we may just sit and play with with our attackers. Diaz, Nunez, and Salah. With Gravenberch sort of breaking. I mean, a lot of people say we're not defensively as equipped to deal with City than we was, when we was in our prime. But I don't know. I think we have better players. I think Szoboszlai, I think he is as good defensively as Jordan Henderson. I'll be honest. I think he works just as hard as Jordan Henderson, and he certainly has more quality on the ball than Jordan Henderson. So I actually think that's an upgrade to Jordan Henderson. McAllister, I mean, the whole deep lying position in the six is questionable. There's no doubts that this guy has got quality. Maybe we'll up his level in this game because he knows he needs to, and we'll see something special from him in that DM role, or he will really show us that he can play it. Bearing in mind that these South Americans have been on international duty, playing, been out in different temperatures and whatnot, and flying back, and so he could just give off the crappiest performance ever, like he did against Wolves when I won't say any more about that. Gravenberch, I want him to terrorize Silva in that midfield, and Rodri. I want him to go at Rodri. So I want him to get Rodri booked. Rodri could get a red card if Gravenberch applies himself correctly to this game. He can cause those two absolute issues in the midfield. We saw the way Chelsea was breaking that midfield and getting onto their back four, back three, whatever it is, back two, back five, whatever they want to call it. They was causing City problems, and if Gravenberch can do that, and even Szoboszlai, I think Szoboszlai is definitely capable, but I just think Gravenberch can just beat a player like no one's business. It's just genetic for him, but I'm hoping sure that McAllister can just I don't know, man, just morph into Fabinho for one game, you know what I mean? Just do something. just pull out that performance. Pull a performance out of the bag. Honestly, because that's I don't think Man City have the best midfield. I mean, I know they've got Rodri, he's world class, and Silva's going to be playing in there, and then there's Kovacic. But I don't think I think Gundogan's a huge miss, massive miss, and obviously De Bruyne, because it would actually be Gundogan, Rodri, and De Bruyne. That's what the midfield would be if those three were all around still. Well, obviously Modri is, but if Gundogan was still there, he'd play in this game. If he was still here, he'd play in this game. Experience. I don't think Kovacic is anything to really, make sing and dance about. Nunez, I don't really know what's going on with him there in that position for them. Silva's the one really, and Rodri, they're the controllers. They'll be the controllers. But like I said, I think we are better. I think we are as skilled. I think I really do. I think we can cause that midfield some serious problems. I really do. But our defense has to be absolutely on fire. It has to be solid. It has to be very good. Alisson has to be in tip-top form. It's very interesting. Our attack, I'm going with Jota because I think Jota is on fire at the moment. He's banging them in all over the place. Portugal is killing it, doing very well for them. Diaz is on fire for Colombia. Salah is on fire for Egypt. All of them have just been banging the goals in an international break. So I've gone with this three with potentially a Nunez to come on if we're losing, or if there's gaps in behind, if it's 0-0 still, if it's 1-1 and it's tight and City are pushing, that firepower in behind, that extra speed. I mean it's I mean, do we play Endo in there? I'll be honest with you. If I'm brutally honest with you, I think McAllister is the all-round better player, 100%. I wouldn't say he's more experienced. I don't think he's more experienced at all. I don't think he's more experienced than Endo, for sure. No, Endo has played you know, is actually played in a Champions League. What is it? An Asian version of the Champions League or something, which is still a very, very, very good level. It's still going to be probably equal to, you know, the performances that McAllister's had at Brighton is probably the equivalent. Saying that though, you know, McAllister's played in World Cup final and semi-finals, and you know, played with the Argentina side against the best players. So I don't know, maybe I'm not so right there. Maybe I'm pretty wrong with that one. But I do think Endo is pretty experienced, especially, you know, playing for Japan, and he's the boy. And they've had some really, really good results. The way they play is pretty impressive lately. You know, they've slapped up some big teams on the international scene, and they're going very strong. Potential Asian Cup winners, to be fair. I'll be honest, I wouldn't surprise me. And one thing that I know he does is he does get caught. He does get played around a little here, there, quite often. But who doesn't? You know, Rodri against Chelsea was getting the ball played around him, and he looked lost when they was playing Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. So let's not just pick on Rodri. Let's not just pick on Endo here. What I do think Endo does is he does the simple things beautifully. 1-2 touch passes. He doesn't get caught out. Yes, he might lose out on a tackle, but hey, I don't think the game now is about physicality. I think the days of, you know, just having a big bulldozer in midfield clattering everyone. I think you give away free kicks too much. You give away free kicks all the time, and then you pick up yellow cards. I don't think it's the way forward. Like, look at Casemiro, how much times he's got red cards and stuff like that. I think that's slowly been edged out in the game. I think it's going to be about more than the nippier. You're seeing them emerge. The smaller, more nippier kind of DMs like Lavia, Caicedo, Endo, you know, those kind of players. Like, I mean, yeah, Rodri's taller. Rodri's a bit taller, but you see where I'm coming from. So it wouldn't surprise me if Endo is just kind of being readied for that position. Although we have been linked with, you know, a lot in the window again. Andre, Catherine Thuram, they're all coming back. All the leagues coming back. Tchouameni. I mean, I would love Tchouameni. I don't know what he's doing in Real Madrid. I don't even know if he's getting game time. I'd love him. If he came to Liverpool, that'd be the piece of the puzzle. Like he, McAllister, or he, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai, or he, McAllister and Szoboszlai would be my midfield, man. Tchouameni needs to just be like, hey, I want to go play for Klopp. He needs to man up and just stop sitting there wasting his career away. Fucking get on it and challenge Madrid, man. Say, you know what, you guys, man, you guys are disrespecting me. I'm gonna go to Liverpool, and I want to see you in the Champions League final next season. I don't know, I'm talking rubbish, but yeah, the chance will be a fine thing. I'd love to see that. I love Tchouameni there. And I tell you, somebody else that would have been excellent there, Basuma would have been fantastic there. There was a lot of shouts for him a few seasons ago before he went to Tottenham. But yeah, FSG didn't sort that out, did they? They didn't sort it out. What's wrong with you, FSG? But who knows? They could be lining up something magical for this window on next summer. We just don't know. And everybody that we always link to, we never really... There's always someone out of the blue that just pops up, you know, like Endo popped up. But... would I like it? You know, if McAllister is gonna play, I don't know, because I just think Endo's better in the DM. I think he's gonna make less mistakes. I think he'll be more protective over the centre backs. I think he'll fill spaces better. I just don't think, and I think he's got more. I think he's got a better engine. I think he will just keep it simple, concentrate, and I think he's better in the air as well. I actually do. They generally think he wins the ball better than McAllister does. It's strange. So I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna switch to Endo in there and have then have a Gravenberch and then Szoboszlai, or maybe I don't know what kind of work rate McAllister's got at the minute. I don't know. It's just a strange one. But I do think we've got the midfield. whether it's McAllister or Endo. I do think we've got a midfield to certainly trouble City. I do. I really do. Everyone looks at our midfield and thinks, it's not good enough. I don't know. I honestly think we can trouble that midfield. We can do something. Definitely can do something. Yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting. Very, very interesting. God damn. Yeah, Diaz, whether he starts, don't know. But who starts if Diaz doesn't start? Do we go? Because end of the day, Nunez is also coming from abroad, South America. So if you're taking him out and you're putting Nunez in, you're doing exactly the same thing in terms of, being, the whole aeroplane and time transition thing, So yeah, I don't really, unless what you do, you play Jota there, but then what you do? So that means you play Gakpo. Maybe you play Gakpo and then Jota there, or do you want to go with Gakpo and then you do that instead? Maybe you do that, and then maybe you bring on Diaz later on in the game for pace, and then. Maybe you do that. Maybe that's the one. And then they get 60 minutes. Maybe 60 minutes. Well, I say 60 minutes. Let's just say, 60 minutes or 50 minutes. No, I'm not talking about 60 minutes. Maybe they get I don't know, 35 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe. 20 minutes in the game like this can feel like 45 minutes the way you're up and down. So maybe that's the answer. Maybe we're gonna do something like that. Maybe Klopp is gonna do something like that. It's an interesting one. I wouldn't like to be in the shoes with this with this selection, because this is a big deal. Salah is always going to be playing. Salah will play. The main decisions here is that left back. Does Tsimikas hold and does he play? I think he could. I think he'd be alright down that left back side. Who's going to play against Foden? Maybe, unless Foden plays in the middle alongside Rodri and Silva. I don't know what Pep's thinking. But that could be good. That could be fine. And then then you can bring on Gomez, can't you? At left back or at right back. But ultimately, Gomez could always swap if Trent gets injured or Trent has to go off or whatever. I think Trent will play a full game personally, unless he's gonna be having an absolute mare against Doku. I'm not really sure. I don't think Klopp, even if he's having a mare against Doku, I don't think Klopp changes it. I think he leaves him on. I don't know. Does he go with Gomez or does he go with Tsimikas? Maybe he goes with Tsimikas. It's Tsimikas' chance to kind of really prove himself, right? And the other thing is Konate fully fit? Because Konate would be fantastic. He is quicker and he is more physical against Doku. If Doku does break, Konate will be able to get across. Maybe Konate starts. Maybe that's the one right there. I honestly, it's a tricky one. But don't be deceived by Matip. Matip is not easy to get past. Those gangly giraffe deceiving legs of his, or just stick a foot out and nick the ball a few. He also can venture into midfield, and he's he's very comfortable on the ball. Is he behind with the pace of the game? Not sure. Will he and Van Dijk be a little bit too slow? God damn, where did that come from? Will they both be a bit too slow for this game? Do we need a bit more injection? Well, not so much Van Dijk, but acceleration has definitely, I feel like, slowed down a bit. Although he's in very, very good form, I just feel like that burst of Konate energy. And I do think physically Konate and Van Dijk can deal with Haaland. I think Haaland may be able to just bully. Oh, I don't know. Bully Matip just a little bit. Could he? Does he? I don't remember him really bullying Matip in many of the games, especially the one we won, the Community Shield. When we was prime Liverpool, I don't remember. Him against any attacker of City getting kind of bullied, let alone recently. Since Haaland signed, even in the games we've lost or drawn against him, I don't think that's the thing. Last season wasn't really, we weren't at our, we weren't title challenging. We just come off the back of that two final winning trophy season where we was going for the quadruple and nearly got the quadruple. I just think the players were spent, exhausted, and yeah, we needed that season. We just needed a season off, and we just pull ourselves back together, freshen up the squad, and a couple of new signings, and then look, we were second place. We won 1 point off the top. We win, we go top. Like, it's totally worth it, right? What would you rather? This season we end up, I guess we could still end up 5th or 4th, or basically we actually title challenge, like it seems like we are, right? Or have been better last season and not title challenge, but maybe got Champions League or got in like 6th or 5th or whatever it is. Well, saying that, considering we were so bad last season, we did make Europa League, didn't we? And we actually wasn't far off Champions League, so we actually weren't too bad at all. We actually weren't too bad at all. Yeah. So you know what? It was terrible last season. We still got Europa League, and we still nearly edged out United to the Champions League. So I don't even know if I can be that angry. I think it was just we were just capable of better. And even though we had the season of disappointment and success prior, we should have still been better last season, and performed better in some of the bigger games, definitely, for sure. Weird, very, very weird. But yes, I think that's pretty much it, I guess. I'd love to see Thiago back, because then you can play Thiago in that little DM role, and you can just play it, as a possession-based midfielder, like Jorginho does for Arsenal, or what he used to do for Chelsea. Then you can have Gravenberch or McAllister, and then Szoboszlai around him. That midfield three is, it's serious. It really is serious. God damn. Jeez, that would, man. I don't know what's wrong with him. What's up with him? But yeah, so that's the predicted lineup. My predicted lineup and the potential Klopp predicted lineup. No doubt he might for a hell of a surprise Klopp. I have no idea what he's probably going to do. Score prediction, I'm just going to be positive. I'm going to go for it. Absolutely going to go for it. I'm going to go for Man City 2, and I'm going to go for Liverpool 3. 3-2 win at the Etihad. Crazy match. Maybe 2-2. Potentially, but I like to say we steal it at the end. I just think we got the firepower to catch them on a break a few times. And if Gravenberch is in there, breaking the lines and beating Silva, because Silva is not good tackling defensively at all. And if we can get around Rodri, I really think we could be fire at the Etihad. I don't think we'll be intimidated by a little stadium and their stupid crowd. Not at all. Nah, not phased. Only thing that beats us is ourselves, honestly. If there's a time to beat City, this is the time. They conceded 4 goals last time. They're going to be extra cautious in defence and about defending, and I think they may take away from their attacking prowess. And with no Haaland, some of the games I actually think they look dangerous they're more dangerous without Haaland, which is weird. With Haaland, I think they look to him more often, and I think with Van Dijk and Kanai, I think we can mark him out of the game, nullifying a lot of what they have. Either or, wherever he plays, we shall just probably adapt and just play our game, try and play our game. Definitely got shots in from our midfield as well. Gravenberch likes to shoot, so Szoboszlai can bang, McAllister can bang as well. So if McAllister starts, even Endo can ping. Endo can control when he wants to control. Don't get it twisted. Nice and simple. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, I've been ready with these shots. And yeah, take it easy. Be good. Be safe. And I'll see you soon. hopefully for a fantastic Liverpool victory, and I will definitely do the afterthoughts. Full time result review, etc. Yeah. All right. Take it easy. Laters.